19 Investigates exposing new details about how the Summit County Sheriff's Office failed to notify local law enforcement and the public about several escaped inmates.
Yeah, we're now learning another potentially dangerous felon has been on the run for over 2 years. 19 investigator Mike Mason is breaking this story.
This year alone, at least 4 Summit County inmates have escaped custody. We've now obtained evidence indicating another inmate with a violent criminal history has been on the run for over 2 years, and the sheriff's office may have purposely kept you from knowing about it. This year, at least 4 Summit County inmates have escaped. They include Claudel Bowman, Dominic Smith, Lydell Gladney, and Ransom Moffitt. This summer, Moffitt was working at the jail cleaning the front lobby when he bolted out the front door. Surveillance video captured him running across the parking lot and down the street. Officers later caught up with Moffitt at his friend's garage.
Come here, guy.
Yeah, you, come here.
Come on, man. What's your name?
You want to tell him we got him?
What's your name? All right.
The sheriff's office policy states when an inmate escapes, the shift commander will notify communications to advise all law enforcement agencies in Summit County and the State Highway Patrol. And the sheriff shall also notify local media outlets. That's similar to Ohio's revised code. However, the state only requires the sheriff to notify them when inmates escape directly from jail. 19 Investigates emailed Highway Patrol to see if SCSO notified them about the escapees. They replied saying, "We can confirm that the patrol was not notified of any of the incidents you listed." 2 of those incidents happened within 2 days. On June 5th, Dominic Smith ran when officers tried picking him up at a treatment facility. The next day, Lydell Gladney walked out of jail when deputies mistakenly released him. Both men were later arrested by Akron police, but their escapes were not reported to Highway Patrol. Since Gladney escaped from the jail and the sheriff's office failed to notify the state, ODRC is now investigating. Highway Patrol confirms they also received no notification when inmate Preston Hill escaped 2 years ago. Hill failed to return to jail after a judge granted him furlough in April of 2022. Hill's felony rap sheet dates back 20 years, and he was last indicted for trafficking fentanyl. He also has prior convictions for trafficking heroin, assault, domestic violence, aggravated menacing, and weapons charges. But when Hill failed to return to jail, the sheriff's office apparently failed to notify Highway Patrol or the public. In fact, 19 Investigates obtained these text messages from April of 2022. Here, an SCSO officer is texting a member of the task force, instructing him to get on the Hill case first thing tomorrow. He goes on to say, "Can you let them know absolutely no press release on this one?" SCSO never notified the media or the public about Hill's escape. Now, over 2 years later, a potentially dangerous felon remains at large. SCSO says that text about Hill was sent to multiple agencies, but they won't say which ones or why they never issued a press release. We wanted to know if Akron police had been notified, but they told us to contact SCSO. We also requested an interview with Sheriff Candy Fothery, but she declined. Mike Mason, 19 News.